So after Flubaroo has graded your assignment, you're going to see it pulls up a new tab under grades. And so this is what Flubaroo has graded. And you can still go back to your student submissions and read their ungraded submissions. Flubaroo is also going to give you a summary. The summary will include points possible, which just is the number of points students could have possibly earned on this assessment, the average points, which displays the amount of points that students did actually receive, counted submissions, which this one received 2, so that's just the number of people that took the assessment, the number of low-scoring questions, which in this case was 2 questions, and low-scoring questions are the ones over here that are highlighted in orange. That just means that they weren't very good questions, and students on average did not answer those questions correctly. Next, you're going to have your identifications, and so that's all going to be right here. So it'll say students' names, it'll give their emails, and that identifies which students are which. It'll go for then total points that those students earned. So the student earned 4, the student earned 5 points, and we'll give their overall percentage of how they did on the full assessment. It'll go through time submitted, which just is how many times those students filled out that assessment. It'll say emailed grade, and that would be if you had emailed them their grades yet, and none of these students have had their grade emailed to them yet. These list the questions that you've asked, and it'll say how many points students earned. And it'll also give the percentage correct. That's like all the students, how they've answered that question. So 100% of students answered these 3 right. Only 50% of students who took the assessment answered this question right. All of them answered this one right, and 0 answered the last question right. So different things are in different colors, and as I explained before, these orange means that they're bad questions, which means that a higher percentage of the students did not answer them correctly, and so this tells teachers that they either need to go back and redo the questions so it's easier for students to understand, or they need to reteach that topic so students can answer a question correctly about it. You'll see this student is highlighted in red, and that means this student failed the assessment. And right now, the settings say that a failed assessment is anything below a 70%.